And we're back. What a break we took. Okay, so there's a little bit of tartar buildup on your old pal Eric's teeth. Oh boy, yeah, that was a pain in the ass. That was a real struggle. I'm not gonna lie to you. This was a horrible experience. It started out rough at the dentist, and here's why. Okay, I just went through a process where do you remember? I mean, it's been a very traumatic experience for us here at the Eric Zane Show podcast household when it comes to insurance. And I've been, oh God, it's just one thing after another. Coverage, no coverage, coverage, no coverage. And then the last thing was dental. Now, I think this is partly my fault. But actually, I'm pretty sure it's all the way my fault. But at the last minute, it dawned on me that I was concerned about lack of coverage going to that's the time when you don't want to think about whether or not you have insurance, is when you're actually going to the dentist, walking in the door. So today, boy, I just had a bad feeling as I handed over the new dental card to the lady at the front. Most important person in the whole building. Not the lady who's going to clean your teeth or the guy. It's always a chick, though. Why is that? That whole industry of teeth cleaning is dominated by women. I have never seen a guy cleaning teeth ever. Well, how come guys don't want to do that? But anyway, I go in there and I hand the card, and as I'm handing the card over, I just fear crept across my heart that this was going to be awkward. Something weird was going to happen. So then they go, okay, great. Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll just enter this new information in. Why don't you go in with the young lady who's going to clean your teeth? I go, yeah, of course, yeah. I go in there into the room where they do it, and I'm all bundled up. I got my scarf on, and I take off my hat and my stupid mask and set the gear down. And then the lady who I handed the card to, she's now, I turn around and she's talking to the lady who's doing the cleaning, and I hear murmuring, and then I know she's talking about me, and I'm like, oh fuck, it's going down. And she's like, oh yeah, he's not coming up in the system. I don't think he's got insurance. I think this guy's a fucking schlep. He's a fucking loser. I'm like, oh my God, I can just feel it. And then they go, yeah, I don't know. We just checked this, and it says no, you don't have any insurance. Well, I thought I had this taken care of. Oh God. Well, why don't you just go ahead and well, actually, I think it was a moment of me to decide whether or not I want. Can you imagine if I said, well, I guess I'll just go home now because I'm a loser. And I go, okay, well, let me just do a little research and figure this out. She goes, okay, go ahead. So getting the cleaning and jumping ahead in the story, the dentist who I've known for years, Dr. Bitesplint, he comes walking up and he says, hey, I heard you don't have any insurance. I go, no, I have insurance. It's just, I think I don't really know what is going on, but I do have insurance. And in the meantime, I've texted my agent and I go, dude, I'm here at the dentist. They say I don't have insurance. He has sent me a text that says, okay, again, you started this process late, which is my fault. So it's going to take a week or so for you to show up in the system. I was like, that's ridiculous. We live in a day and an age where if I go online to Amazon and I buy something, it immediately shows up in my bank 1 second later that I have purchased something. How the fuck can it be where I pay for a service, this insurance, and when they hit the enter button, it should show up as coverage, yeah, you got to wait a handful of days for it to cycle through or some shit. And I'm like, oh, fuck. So I go, okay. And then the doc comes up and goes, look, for me to get into your mouth, take a look and give you the exam, that's another $75 or whatever the price is. So just pay for the cleaning, and then we'll take care of the x-rays and the exam with me when your insurance kicks in. I go, fine, man. I'm all about it. Whatever it takes. Let me just get out of this awkward mess. This is such a shit show. So she's cleaning the teeth, and it had been an extra 6 months. If you've been putting off the dentist, for God's sake, get your ass in there, you big puss. That's going to come back to haunt No Filter Kevin. And I'll explain to you what I mean in a bit here. But she is man, it's an awful feeling. That whole scrapey deal, and it's not working. It's just taking forever. And when she spends a little bit too much time in there, you're like, oh boy, it's bad. And there's a certain bit of equipment that they have nowadays that uses a different technology that in some of these spots where it's really, really bad, they don't need the scrapey. They can use like sonar to like bust it up or something like that. But for some reason, because of COVID, they can't. They got to keep the. So I'm sitting there and my mouth is open for way too long. Now, you ever have it where when they're in your mouth, you can tell that your gums are bleeding like crazy? You can just feel it. You can taste it. You can taste that the blood. It's awful. So I'm like, and I know for a fact that there's way too much liquid in my mouth, whether that is saliva, blood, or just those two things. Thank God. And so I'm now. Have you ever gleeked? You know what a gleek is? When you your mouth in a particular way, and through the salivary gland, it'll shoot out like a squirting orgasm right out of your mouth. Well, that happened. I gleeked, and it was spit and blood. Frankly, this is horrible. And the gleek spit blood flew out of my mouth. Now thank God. She has a shield on, a plastic shield, and the gleek spit blood hit the shield and ran. It hit her right where her nose is, but hit the mask and just started running down like a fucking horror movie. Oh my God. And I'm like, oh, I go, and it's just right on her. And she's like, oh, and I go, oh no, oh my God, I'm so sorry. But my mouth is full, so I'm like, oh, and it's just like this slurry is just flying out of my face, and I'm like, oh God, give me the suction, Neil, give me the suction. And she's like, oh, shit, fucking asshole. She wipes it all off. Like, oh my God, what can this go any worse? That has never ever happened to me, and I was so mortified. She finishes up the deal, and that was it. Nothing dramatic. And then, what is it? They're in a really tough spot when they're cleaning your teeth, because if they don't say anything to you, it might be taken as kind of weird, bad bedside manner. But she's asking me questions while she's it's like, hold on. So, do you have any plans for this summer? Are you gonna take any trips? Oh yeah. She can understand exactly. She like knows the language. How are your grandkids? Oh, that's great. Oh my God, you fuck! What is that on me? Oh shit! This is just a total abortion. So we're wrapping up, and she's like, okay, do you want a toothbrush? Yes, please. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna give you a toothbrush and some floss and some chapstick and put it all in a nice little pouch for you. How's this sound? That sounds awesome. Thank you so much. You did such a great job. And she did. She did a really, really good job. I felt bad for her. Sorry that I gleeked on you, ma'am. Then I got to go walk up to the front again in the shameful area where I go, okay. She goes, so you think you have insurance? I go, no, I do have it. It's just what I was told is there's a backlog. I don't know. Blame COVID. It's all COVID's fault. I'll come back and get the exam from the doc and the x-ray. She goes, okay, great. We schedule that. And she goes, I tell you what, this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to wait a week and then bill this. Should be good then. I go, I hope so. If not, just call me and I'll pay you over the phone. Or if you want me to pay now, I'll pay now. I'm so embarrassed. I'm mortified by this. I'll pay you the whole thing right now, and I can get reimbursed if it's too much trouble. One way or another, you're going to get paid. Okay, great. Holy crap. Get home, and I have a realization when I interact with the NFK. And if you don't know, I'm saying that for ease. No Filter Kevin, my wife's brother, lives with us. He has neglected this for a long, long time. I am very, very concerned about the lady who has to do the tartar removal on the NFK, because I think it's actually his teeth are layering like when you cut a tree and you can see the rings. I think that's what you got going with the NFK's teeth right now. I think they're becoming giant teeth because of the amount of tartar that must be piling up on those bad boys. And I know it's been a long time. And one of the things, and I knew this going in, but this confirmed it when he goes, man, I hate the damn dentist. I go, yep. And I'm thinking to myself, well, I got news for you. Your sister already made you an appointment because he ain't going to do it. So Diane has to do it for him. And then she just kind of bosses him around. I ain't going. Fuck you, Kevin. Yes, you're going. You need to go to the dentist. I'm not. She always, when they lived together, David and Kevin, this is something that would just like slip through the cracks all the time. But Diana, she's very, she takes care of her brother. So she's like, no, fuck you, Kevin. You're going to the dentist. I ain't going, Red. I ain't going. Yes, you are. This is proof of how long it's been. And he says to me, he goes, wow, boy, man, I hate the damn dentist. I hate that son of a bitch, motherfucking shit. Fuck. And I go, well, yeah, it wasn't too bad. I know full well he's going to be going. I go, it's necessary. It's very important. Dentists can determine a lot of things that could lead, if you don't get taken care of, can lead to more health problems. Very important that you go to the dentist, Kevin. Yeah, man, I hate when they put that fluoride in there. They now what he's referring to, if you remember, there was a time when they would take like a thing shaped like your upper teeth and your lower teeth, almost like a shell, and squirt this fluoride goop into it. And then they push it up onto your teeth and down onto your bottom teeth, onto your upper and lower, and you have to sit there and let your teeth kind of soak in a fluoride treatment for extended time. That's old school. They don't do that anymore. There's different levels of treatment. That's obsolete, and it has been for years. So him talking about, man, I hate that. It gives you an idea of how long it's been since the NFK has been to the dentist. And I go, yeah, that's they don't do that anymore. They've upgraded the how they do things. Oh man, wow, shit, fuck, shit, son of a bitch. I hate that son of a bitch. Oh my God, what a day. So all right, that's where we sit after the big frickin' trip to the dentist. Damn it. That's a helpless feeling when you think, okay, wait a minute. I was told I have the coverage, but now here I am at the actual doctor. Oh, I give myself credit, though. I didn't freak out. I didn't yell, didn't scream. I'm trying to remain calm. By the way, I started taking this new medicine for the anxiety. And, I don't know what it is. It's not supposed to start working right away. Well, it says it could take a little bit of time before it builds up into your system and starts making you feel better. But I think, I don't know if it's because I took it before or if it's placebo or what, but it seems to have leveled me out to some degree. But there's also some side effects. I swear to God, one of the side effects of this medicine, I've talked about it before, is yawning. And I won't do it on the podcast because I'm sitting here talking, whatever, doing my thing. But if you're just sitting there, just minding your own business, all of a sudden you start yawning like an idiot. I'm like, so stupid. My God. And it also, there's a couple other side effects. And I experienced it last night when I woke up, at 3 a.m., wide a freaking wake. And I'm like, what just happened? It can do that to you. So I'm like, oh, that sucks. I'm not going to put up with that shit. All right. New smell around the Eric Zane Show podcast household. And I'm very, boy, tell you what, and a lot of this has to do with the NFK. As I've indicated, there's a real learning curve to living with the NFK. And part of that has to do with, I think most of the problem is brought on by his frickin' Hams Beer sponsored shit howitzer that has caused numerous problems within our restrooms in the household. It was okay when it was limited. Well, it was never okay, but it was limited to one bathroom that was feeling the destructive force of the Hams Beer shit howitzer. And then, but the problem was that bathroom was in the very, very center of the household, just off of the kitchen. So it's not out of the question, as I indicated to you before, to be, preparing food, and then you don't pay attention to him after he's walked into the bathroom right off the kitchen. It's kind of weird when you're sitting there making chili on the stove and you hear. So that's always terrible. But then he changed it up, and he's moved now to another bathroom, which now means there's two bathrooms that are getting the effects of the Hams Beer shit howitzer. Okay, so that's bad. Now the latest thing is he's got a sore shoulder. Now, I don't know how the hell he could suffer some type of overuse injury, considering the fact that, you're getting 14 to 16 hours of TV viewing a day, and the extent of the activity, I'm not shitting you, is getting up from that chair to go to the fridge to get more Hams Beer or some Mugu Gai Pan or, I don't know, some Jimmy Dean sausage frozen scramble with bacon. That's about it, So I don't know. All of a sudden, he's got an injury that, Patrick Mahomes might get. So I'm very, very confused by the injury. Maybe it's the excessive Hams Beer, raising of the beer to the mouth repeatedly. Perhaps it's the overuse from taking the Grizzly chewing tobacco and putting it between his teeth and gum. God knows it's not from cleaning the toilet. So there's that. But my man is in pain. So I'm like, I walk into the kitchen and I'm like, what the fuck? What is that? That's a smell I haven't smelled in ever in this household. What is going on here? And so I go, well, okay, I don't want to ask. I want to find out on my own, because if I ask, it's going to lead to all sorts of drama, and I'm just going to avoid that. And then the puzzle pieces fit together an hour or so later when I walk into the kitchen, and his shirt is off, which is a problem. And he is he's got a aerosol can of Icy Hot, and he's spraying it on the shoulder, and it's like right in the middle of the kitchen. And so it's just like, I'm like, oh, God, are you serious? Why the fuck is this happening? Then it's like, oh, thank God Joe Martinez put the freaking air scrubber in, or this would be here forever. But yeah, and I'm like, dude, do you think maybe you could do that in the bathroom? Oh yeah, sure, man. Fuck shit. Sorry, man. Fuck shit. Fuck. Oh my God. God bless the NFK. Speaking of saying whatever they want, Mickey Redmond. Remember, I played you this clip.
That is the best fucking power play the Detroit Red Wings have had in 4 games.
Here's the other night. I was watching the Red Wings on Friday. They lost to Chicago. They've been playing like shit lately. Mickey Redmond, I caught him when he said it. I noticed that after he said this, that Ken Daniels, the play-by-play guy, said nothing afterwards as Mickey just blurted this one out.
Bertuzzi goes after it. Setcher's got that unique style of shooting. Given away, Larkin all alone. And a save made by Lankin. And boy, bad giveaway there by Chicago.
Well, Zadorov was busy bitching at the referee because he thought he got high-sticked, hooked, and whatever else is going on. You certainly can find him. He's so dang big.
Mickey Redmond is drunk. That is awesome. I love that. Oh, my God. Fantastic.
All alone. And a save made by Lankin. And boy, bad giveaway there by Chicago.
Well, Zadorov was busy bitching at the referee because he thought he got high-sticked, hooked, and whatever else is going on. You certainly can find him. He's so dang big.
Oh, I love that. I love that so much. He is so beloved. To me, Mickey Redmond is approaching like Ernie Harwell status at this stage of the game. Okay, not so good as this moment that I saw in a press conference. I think Duke basketball, they just lost to somebody. Doesn't matter who. Okay. By the way, Andrea said, he said looking, not fucking. Yes, I know. I agree with you. I think he said looking as well. But it sure sounded like he said fucking. And now it just adds to the legend, so just go with it. But regarding Coach K of Duke, boy, I really didn't have an opinion one way or the other about this guy. But listen to this press conference. Listen to what he does in this press conference. I think Duke just lost to somebody. This is over the weekend. And it's typical Zoom type of press conference. And some young guy from the Duke newspaper, he's a student, gets his chance to ask Coach K a question. And Coach K knows he's from the student newspaper and lets him have it. Take a listen. Coach K doesn't like his question.
Hi, Coach. I'm just curious as to what the next step forward here is for the team as you guys move into another week of basketball.
Yeah, why don't we just evaluate this game? I'm not into what our next step forward is right now. We just finished a hard-fought game. Yeah, I don't know if what's your major? What's your major at Duke? What's your hardest class?
Econ.
Okay, so say you just had the toughest econ test in the world, and when you walked out, somebody asked you, "What's your next step?" You see what I mean?
The bar.
Does that you have some empathy and
listen to this guy.
Just give us time to evaluate this game, and then we'll figure out like we always try to do.
Fuck you and fuck off. Your stupid fucking basketball team, you asshole. That was a dumb comparison. Yeah, you just took your toughest test. And someone says that, what are you going to do? Hang on, man. I got to evaluate what I just did. No, we're going to answer like a normal human being, you stupid asshole. What a dick. Screw you. Tell you what, he's giving him if this guy wants to go ahead for that line of work, he's giving him a good example of what he's going to have to deal with if he ever pursues that. Holy shit. Man, what an asshole. All right, hey, folks, I don't know if you caught it, but the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast, we had a ball on Friday night. Son of a bitch. We had a lot of highlight moments. That was probably my favorite of all the podcasts that Ben and I have done together on Patreon. That was great. Oh, my God. And a really, really fun version of Bet on Ben, which we like to weave into the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. Don't miss out on the next one. We'll be doing it this week again. I'll let you know when. It's either Thursday or Friday. It all depends on plans for the weekend. But nevertheless, $5 or $10 a month if you just want to try it out, and if you like it, then you can transfer that to a full year and save 10%. If you don't like it, you can cancel it, and then you're out $5 or $10. That's it. No big deal. But I deliver a ton of content on my Patreon, including the Lost Zane recordings and the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. All at patreon.com/Eric Zane. Hey, I put a video out about a week and a half ago of Joe Martinez installing the Remy Halo, R-E-M-E, Remy Halo air scrubber. That is a light that gets installed inside of your furnace and air conditioning system. So the blower is sitting there pushing all the air through, the warm air, the cold air throughout your home. That air passes over the light. The light then destroys viruses, pollen, dust, mold, mildew, bacteria, all these gross germs, pet dander. It all is zapped. It's like a microscopic bug zapper. You don't believe me? Look it up. Look at the reviews and the science behind the Remy Halo, especially in the winter when your home is all closed up. You don't want to be breathing terrible, friggin' icy hot barf air, dog poo infused air molecules. You want something that you want to be breathing clean air. Remy Halo has that, and Joe installs the damn thing. It's $750 for non-Zane Show listeners. Mention me, get $100 off. 616-516-8579 for A&E heating and cooling. All right, it's crazy. I was in a great mood to start the podcast, and the early one, but now I don't know what it is, but I feel like I got even more energy after I got my teeth cleaned. What is going on? I want to encourage you to check out F45 in Byron Center, Michigan. If you are in that neck of the woods in Kent County, Grand Rapids area, consider working at F45, working out, I should say, at F45. Try it for a week for free. No obligation. Just sign up. Say, here we go. 1 week. The letter F, the number 4, the number 5, training.com/Byron Center. Fill out a little bit of information. Try it out for a week. We're in the spot in Michigan right now where we can work out as a group. It is safe to do so. We've been given the green light. You never know when that's going to change. I understand, but right now, good to go at F45 in Byron Center, Michigan. Even when there was restrictions on group training, they were able to still accommodate their members through more of an individualized program by keeping people within specific areas so that they didn't interact, basically being socially distant. Well done to my friends at F45 in Byron Center, Michigan. F45training.com/Byron Center. All right. The Mega Millions has been won. Someone won the Mega Millions, and it was someone here in the great state of Michigan. It is only the third time someone has won from the state of Michigan in the Mega Millions, as I understand it. Maybe I'm getting that wrong. The winning numbers 4, 26, 42, 50, 60. Mega Ball is 24. I did buy a ticket. No, I didn't. I bought a Powerball ticket earlier in the week, and I got 0 numbers. None. It was a Kroger store in Novi, Michigan. Someone in Michigan woke up to life-changing news this morning, said Kroger, Michigan, congratulates the newest Michigan multimillionaire. When it was all said and done, the amount of money won was $1.05 billion. My God, one ticket won that. Oh, my God. I can't even begin to think how much that would screw me up. And the person has not yet come forward. They're on the clock. They have 365 days from the drawing to get it done. But can you imagine if they didn't claim it? Because that happens, that actually has happened where people haven't known that they've won or they lost the stupid ticket. But it seems weird, doesn't it, that the only way in this day and age that they sell you the ticket and that little paper ticket is the only record of this, so that if you lose it, you are screwed. Is that not unbelievable? Can you imagine if you lost the ticket? That's as bad as Bitcoin Guy. If Bitcoin Guy can lose that much money and still survive, man, my God, I don't know how people do that. Let's see. Only 2 lottery prizes in the U.S. have been larger than Friday's jackpot. 3 tickets sold for a $1.586 billion Powerball jackpot in January of 2016. 1 ticket sold for $1,537 million. And wow, 1 ticket won $1,537 million. Wow. You know, it's crazy when after taxes, you'd still be looking at, $700 million lump sum and after taxes, free and clear, $700 million. What the fuck would you do? All you have to, even if you put that all in the bank, well, it'd be impossible to blow it all. Well, I guess it's not impossible to blow it all. But even if you just put it in at the simple savings account, it would earn so much in interest. It would never be exhausted. My God. I don't know. I wonder if anybody's ever won that type of money and then just became a complete miser and wouldn't give a bit of it to anyone. Oh my God. I would give it all away. I'm telling you, I would die with none of it. I'd take care of my family. And then the rest of it, my job would be giving it away. I'd have to have somebody help me do it, though. And I'd be worried about security of it all and security of my own well-being, So I think that's the first thing I would do is make sure that I've got my own security taken care of. And then I would then be in the business of just giving it all away. Give it away, give it away, give it away. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Sorry, kidding. Matt Stafford. Sorry to see you go, buddy, but your time is done. Let me just say that I like Matt Stafford. I thought he did a great job as quarterback of the Lions. He went to the team and said, hey, I think I'm going to call it a career here in Detroit. It was up to he brought it up to them. So, all right. Team is facilitating him. I think the Lions can get a pretty damn good amount of a haul for Matt Stafford. And so I don't know ultimately what the hell's going to happen. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know shit about running a football team. I'll just take it as it comes. I'm just anxious to see how it's going to unfold and what team that guy's going to wind up on, because he's pretty good. And a lot of people, like I saw some people were saying, oh, yeah, well, he can't win the big one. It's like, hold on a second here. You got to understand, this is the shittiest of all the shitty teams with a great quarterback. Do you know how much more shitty they would be if they had a quarterback who wasn't as good as the quarterback they have now? They'd be a hell of a lot more shitty. The amount of games they win every year, which is only 3, 4, 5 a year every year, would be 0-1 every year had it not been for this guy. I don't know how hard it is to get that through people's skulls. People who think that Matt Stafford is the reason why the Lions suck tons of dick are just stupid. There's about a million other reasons. First and foremost, their defense sucks shit. The Lions haven't really done a great job of building that defense over the years. That's not Matt Stafford's fault. It doesn't help that they've been saddled with shitty coach after shitty coach. Well, I take it back. Jim Caldwell was a pretty good coach. He did the best with what he had, and I think that team was on the upswing with him. But then they said, no, that's not good enough. That's not good enough, man. We got to bring in this fat fuck with a pencil behind his ear, which, by the way, that dumbass wound up back in New England. He is now done. Or he is now back with New England, Matt Patricia. So, oh well. All right, so Lions lose Matt Stafford. That's I'm anxious to see what they get for him. I'm hoping that they get a solid enough draft pick after the trade that maybe they'll be able to get. I mean, who knows? Maybe you draft a quarterback now. God knows. He just wasn't into biting kneecaps, apparently. There you go. So Matt Stafford is out. All right, I got a story that I want to cover with you. It's a lot of audio that goes with it, and it's surrounding a family here in Grand Rapids. But since we're about to talk about babies, I figured that since I forgot to do this earlier, I would give you Fern's baby tips for this date, of course, January 25th, 2021. Fern, take it away.
How I swaddle my 19-pound 5-month-old. Step 1, put the baby on the swaddle. Step 2, fold each side over and under the baby. Make sure you stretch. Grab each of the edges at the bottom and fold them up and around the baby. Stretch. I like to do a double knot because my baby is a squirmer. Now the most important step, add a bonnet. Voila, your very own living can of beans. Pose.
There you go. That's Fern's baby tips, ladies and gentlemen. You can find her on TikTok. Coming up, Fern, if you want to go down that rabbit hole. Okay. Imagine this. There's a family here in West Michigan, husband and wife, and the wife gets cancer, and but they still want to have babies, so they look to a surrogate. So egg sperm combination created, put into someone else. Right? I mean, we've heard about this a million times. Hell, Jackie Green did that from Gray and Green. Jackie Man Voice used to be known as Jackie Man Voice. She did that with a relative. No big deal, right? I had no idea this is true, but in Michigan, this is a problem, and you roll it. You're rolling the dice when you do that, because a judge could very well just look at you and say, no, this isn't your baby. This actually happened to this couple. Listen to this craziness. They did it locally on my TV station in town, Wood TV 8. And then one of the networks picked it up here. I think it was CBS actually picked it up.
In a bizarre legal case, a Michigan couple is being forced to adopt their own biological children after they were born through a surrogate. Jordan and Tammy Myers, twins, were born 2 weeks ago today, but two judges denied them the legal rights to the infants, citing a decades-old anti-surrogacy law. Nikki Batiste has been looking at the very strange case. Nikki, good morning to you. This is just bizarre.
It's really bizarre, Tony. Good morning. Tammy and Jordan Meyer were hoping for a sibling for their 2-year-old daughter when Tammy was diagnosed with breast cancer several years ago. Her medical treatment left her unable to go through another pregnancy. So the couple found a gestational surrogate to carry their biological child. But now, to get the legal rights to their 2-week-old twins, they have to adopt them.
And initially, I thought I'm too young and there's no way it could be breast cancer.
Nearly 6 years ago, Tammy Myers learned she was in a battle for her life.
My first two questions for her were, how long do I have? And my second question was, can I have more children? Can I still have another baby?
Now, Tammy and her husband, Jordan, are facing a new fight, this time for the rights to their newborn twins. Tammy froze her eggs after her breast cancer diagnosis. She is doing better, and in 2019, she and her husband decided to grow their family. They turned to gestational surrogacy.
Did you ever think you would be in the situation you are, having to adopt your own 2 children?
We really, truly didn't believe that someone could hear the history and not give us rights.
Tammy and Jordan found their surrogate, Lauren Vermillion.
Isn't this something that should be where when you start the process, they go, all right, now we're in Michigan. This could be a problem. And actually, I take it back. I think that they did know the risks. I just remembered that part of it in this story, which is crazy that they carried through with it.
After posting on Facebook, Lauren, who is married with 2 children of her own, lived nearby and volunteered to carry the Myers child for free.
I lost my dad to pancreatic cancer 11 years ago, and I know what cancer can take away from you. And just to be able,
so that's the lady who's going to carry the baby,
to help
very nice,
bring that hope back to somebody, just really, really appealed to me and my husband.
Soon after, 2 of the Myers embryos were transferred to Lauren. They learned they were having twins. Right. The process was going well until the couple tried to get legal parental rights.
You were denied the pre-birth rights, and then also.
By the way, it's just crazy to me that you have to seek that out. I mean, to me, it's just all right. Hey, there's a baby boy and a baby girl. Congratulations. Here you go. I mean, in my mind, it should be that simple, right? I mean, you just agreed to carry it. It's like fucking just sign on the dotted line, and then that's the end of it.
So, Jordan, you were denied
my rights as a father as well. Yeah.
Little manly vocal fry going on there.
Judges in Kent County, Michigan dismissed the Myers' efforts to be named the legal parents. They cited Michigan's Surrogate Parenting Act of 1988, which states surrogacy contracts are void.
So these judges are punishing these people. They're saying, sorry, you can't get your kids.
Dismissed the Myers' efforts to be named the legal parents. They cited Michigan's Surrogate Parenting Act of 1988, which states surrogacy contracts are void and unenforceable. One judge wrote that there are genuine concerns about the 1988 Act, but those concerns are better left to the legislative and political arena.
I just stopped. That's all that I could do. I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense.
Ames and Ellison Myers were born January 11th, a few weeks premature. Their birth certificate names the surrogate Lauren and her husband as the parents.
Michigan law states that I am a married woman. And so, of course, my husband would be the father of my children, which they're not my children either.
Melissa Neckers is the Myers attorney. She said since 2005, there have been at least 72 cases in Michigan where judges have granted parents in similar situations pre-birth legal rights to their biological children.
You go.
Did they understand the risk they faced based not?
They just said there have been 72 other cases where this has happened before, and the judge says, well, yeah, it was your egg, your sperm. Yes, she carried it. Take your baby home. So I don't know what the hell these two asshole judges are doing.
Not only on Michigan's law, but also that they had a stranger as a.
Hold on a second. I can back this up.
72 cases in Michigan where judges have granted parents in similar situations pre-birth legal rights to their biological children.
Did they understand the risk they faced based not only on Michigan's law, but also that they had a stranger as a gestational carrier?
They knew that there was risk, but they really believed that no judge would actually hear their story, which had so many additional layers of heartache and trauma that a judge wouldn't just want to do the right thing.
Only 2 other states have similar strict surrogacy laws, Nebraska and Louisiana.
Michigan would be the riskiest state to ever try and do a surrogacy contract.
Michigan family law attorney Barbara Homier said the Myers may have been able to avoid this if they went to another state.
It's also very expensive to go out of state, hire lawyers and find surrogates and do everything else, right? To go out of state.
Do you think the law in Michigan needs to be updated?
Yeah, I do. Since they legalized gay marriage, too, this is a much bigger issue. There are a lot of couples who want to have kids and they need to use surrogates to do that.
To adopt their children, the Myers will now have to go through months of home inspections, paperwork, and even an FBI background check. They're speaking out to help others.
We just want the law to be updated.
Our hope is that we will be the last family in Michigan in this situation where we are being denied our own biological children.
The Myers currently cannot get the twins on their health insurance. The babies are still in the newborn ICU, but they are doing well and will hopefully go home to their parents and big sister Corin soon. We reached out to a clerk for both judges, but we have not heard back.
Of course
Tony?
not. Assholes.
Very strange, one thing after another. We'll see if the political arena picks it up. Nikki, thank you very much.
Whoever the hell did that, I don't know which judges are responsible for it, but what a crock of shit. I mean, why can't you look at previous cases? I just said there's been 72 in the past, however long it was, where they're like, yep, looks good to me. Why now are you suddenly planting your flag and saying, oh yeah, no way, you can't have the baby. You don't get the parental rights. That makes no sense to me. What an absolute shit show that is. Asshole judge. God, I need to know who that is. Chris says it's Kent County. Idiot judges. If anybody could get a name for me, I'd love to find out what judge is involved with this. Oh, man. Jeez. What a disastrous story, man. All right. Andrea says, that's BS. We didn't have to do that at all. It took 6 weeks because my dad was dying, so they sped it up. These people should have taken their babies home. Absolutely. Absolutely true. These poor people. Maybe the exposure on the story will help out. I don't know. But, man, unbelievable. I just can't get over that one. My God. All right, hey, I want you to reach out to the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. If you are in the market for a mortgage, all right, it is never, ever been a better time to get one. And that is 100% true. Jeez, all you have to do is call 231-638-0200. The Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage, 231-638-0200. Reach out to Mario today. And if your credit is fantastic, that's fine. This will be an easy process. If you're new to the game, maybe you don't have credit, or maybe your credit is kind of in the dumper, he can help you as well. Not everyone can get one, but if you cannot, he can help those who cannot to change their scenarios so that they can. Get it? Thank you to the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. And then my friends over at Blue Frost IT, they want to know if your company needs a tech upgrade. If you're working in an environment that, I don't know, the routers stink, the computer's slow, the printer's a disaster, the hard drive keeps barfing, you need an upgrade. It starts with a complimentary consultation. After the discussion, all the equipment is ordered, and then the setup is worked on, and then it happens. Tech does have an end of life. You know, sometimes it has to do with software not being supported, and then that's just the beginning of your problems. Don't let this happen to your business. Blue Frost IT, if your tech is having an end-of-life experience, 616-200-8550, or reach out info@bluefrostit.com. They also do fixes for anybody who's got a computer at their home, desktop, laptop, whatever it may be, or they need any type of upgrade. I know with that laptop that I took to California for the Great Kidney Giveaway, that's a 10-year-old piece of equipment, and I had it upgraded and taken care of, and it works incredibly now. I replaced the hard drive with a solid-state hard drive, and that cost me just a few $100, and that computer is in tip-top shape. Blue Frost IT, online at bluefrostit.com, 616-200-8550. Reach out to them. Okay. All right. What is going on with you all? Looks to be okay. I want to make sure you guys weren't fighting on the chat. And it looks like we got everything is up to speed. No one's fighting. I like that. Everybody's being friendly with each other. Okay. I don't want to have to cancel you. I'll just cut you loose on Facebook. Ow, my back. Oh, my leg. Oh, shit. Fuck, mate. Oh. Okay. So the passing of Hammer and Hank Aaron has brought to light something in and around the great city of Atlanta. I don't know if it's going to work out, but the Atlanta Braves baseball team, hot on the heels of in the NFL, we now have a football team known as the Washington football team, which is just a placeholder for their new name next year. It's come up again that the Atlanta Braves should consider changing their name. To me, kind of different, considering that Redskins is like a slur. I don't know if it's quite the same with Atlanta Braves, but it's a kind of all being brought up after the passing of Hank Aaron. Okay. So he passes away, and then right away, people are like, well, hey, we got to honor Hank Aaron. And most people are like, yeah, well, absolutely. You have like, I don't know, take the, lower the flags to half staff, maybe have a big ceremony, the public, maybe a public viewing, something like that. Okay. In fact, he's the real home run king, in my opinion. That pain in the ass, Barry Bonds, he just used steroids. Screw that guy. Hammer and Hank, legend. So now there is, though, a proposal to change the name of the Atlanta Braves to honor Hank Aaron. And the idea they came up with sounds so damn stupid. It's embarrassing. And people are saying they want to change the name of the Atlanta Braves to the Atlanta Hammers. Oh, my God. No. What the fuck is wrong with you? But fans are saying, yeah, we got to honor Hank. No. You'd be better off calling them the Atlanta Hank Aaron's than the Atlanta Hammers. I would have less of a problem with calling them the Atlanta Hank Aaron's. And then but, like, I don't know, wear the same number, put on blackface. No, not that. That's a horrible idea. Only an idiot would think that. Don't cancel me. A change.org petition was created and says, we ask that team ownership, Liberty Media Corporation, and team executives, including Chairman Terry McGurk, change the name of the Atlanta Braves to the Atlanta Hammers. I get out in front of this and I have a press conference. This is our response. No. The petition says not only does it honor an icon who represented our city with grace and dignity for more than half a century, it removes the stain on the city of having a team name that dishonors Native and indigenous people. I don't think that dishonors indigenous people like Redskins does. I'm not a Native American, but I mean, it's not a slur. So I don't think it is. I mean, if anybody is Native American, or if you have any opinion on this, is calling the team the Braves a slur. And it's getting the attention of people across the baseball community, including fellow Braves legend Dale Murphy, who said he loves the idea. Oh, man, I don't know. I don't agree with that at all. I think it sounds like shit. The Hammers? The Atlanta Hammers. No, because he wasn't known as the Hammer. He was known as Hammer and Hank. They didn't say, hey, Hammer. They'd say, hey, Hank. So I don't like this at all. How many idiots have signed this stupid petition? Let's see. Oh, 750 supporters. Well, this is stupid. Yeah, nobody gives a shit. Nah, forget it. It's going to stay the Braves. You gotta have it named after a slur in order to get it changed. That's my opinion. All right. That's going to do it. The divided version of the Eric Zane Show podcast. We got Patreon coming up in a bit. I'll regroup and I'll get after that. We'll be right on schedule. Thank you for your patience getting me to the dentist today. I'll talk to you down the road. Thanks, folks. Bye-bye.